this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi, my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertip like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. For the chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57, we are underway now in the NFC Championship. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there. 55 yards. And the Vikings have struck first in this NFC title game. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But they certainly came out firing in this one. And while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Lance going to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field,
he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
and no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out some.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
It's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 43-yard line. Play action, now it's Lance. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And they'll go for it. Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. First down, here's Mitchell. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Under a minute to go, clock running in a back-and-forth first quarter of play. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, a great grab by Kittle. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Lance now to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards. They'll run with Mitchell. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And the 49ers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be out right at the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
49 from the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 44, Lance. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On play action, Lance. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. And just a yard to go here on second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Off of play action, here's Lance. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. On second down, here's Mitchell. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Lance. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 41. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lance to throw it. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Here's Lance. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. From 10 yards out. And the 49ers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Lance looking to throw it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Lance and company going on 4th down. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 yards on the touchdown there, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now Cook running right.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. They'll roll him out right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be...
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. To hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. The West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crippin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live with. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pull out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.